Hey adventurers, welcome to Vlogmas Day 3. We're starting to decorate my house for Christmas. Today, I wanted to try to figure out a way to use some of these branches that came off the tree. If you saw my Vlogmas Day 2, you saw that we had to have some of the branches from the bottom of our Christmas tree cut off. And they actually, some of it was dead, but most of it was pretty nice. It was in good shape. So I decided to keep them, and we're going to use these pieces to make a Christmas bouquet to go up on my mantle. Some of them will also kind of be scattered around the mantle just for decoration, but a lot of it's going to go into this vase to make a bouquet. Now the first thing I want to let you know is that this particular tree, the Douglas fir, which I think most Christmas trees are like this, they have a lot of sap. So when you cut these branches off, you're gonna get leaky sap. And actually Larry was concerned that if I put some of this stuff on the mantle, we were gonna get sap all over our speakers and mantle and TV and whatever. And so what I did to fix that problem was, as I cut the different pieces off, and I took some spray glue, it's just Elmer's, it comes in a can, and I just sprayed the ends. So the ends that I've clipped are actually now sealed with glue. Today I'm going to fill this with some Christmas tree shrubs and then add some color and pizzazz with some leftover dollar store Christmas decor. So let's get to it. So I just have a fairly large vase. It really doesn't matter what you use. And I have a lot of different sizes of branches here. So I think I'm gonna just put the little ones to the side for now, because most likely those will be the ones I use for my mantle. And I'm really just trying to look for the larger ones. Start stuffing them. Now the branches are wanting to curve up, because if you can imagine, that's the tree and that's kind of how it's formed. So have it facing out, which is what I'm gonna do, because facing in, it just kind of falls in, and I don't think that looks very good. The other thing is, when you have the branches facing out, you actually get to see the really pretty part that you see when you're looking at a Christmas tree, instead of the underneath, which is what you would see if this side were facing in. So now I also want to make sure that this is going to be able to be up on my mantle, and right now that's really wide. So I think what I might do is, as I bundle this together, I'll let it be, but then I will stuff it down a little, and if I have to use zip ties to kind of, you know, cinch it together, I might do that. But I'm gonna wait till the end and see if that's necessary. There's really no particular point of stopping. It's just kind of when you feel like you have enough in your vase and you have everything that you want, then you can kind of stop. Okay, I think I'm going to maybe put one more other big piece in there, and then I'm going to start putting in the other filler. I'm going to push this to the side for now. So right now we just kind of have a bunch of branches in a vase. And now we're going to start to add some of these pieces. Alright, so now that I'm looking at this, I feel like we have too much filler. Now I originally used that bigger vase because that's what I had some wildflowers in. You can determine this before you start, but I just decided on a whim to do this, and I thought you'd be interested in seeing it, and so I didn't really think about whether or not this vase was too wide. So basically what we want to do is make sure that the opening of your vase is going to be large enough to fit everything, but also small enough to keep everything upright. I think one of the issues with this one is that it's too wide, and that's why a lot of the branches are just splaying out. Now, if this was going to be tabletop decor, then maybe I could keep it like this. But because I have it on a mantle and there's a wall behind the mantle, obviously, because that's where the chimney is for the fireplace, I don't want to have all of this kind of being smushed up against the wall. So I think I'm going to actually change this and go for a more slender look. Okay, let's reinvent the wheel here. All right, we're going to say bye to our wide mouth, and we're going to say hello to this thin one. So since this thin one is nice and tall, I think we should be in an okay place to use the same branches. I don't think we need to pick any new ones. And see how having that opening much smaller just brings everything together, cinches it in. And I'm going to stuff these down as much as I can because I do have a thinner top but a longer vase. They fit really nicely. I'll get this guy who we didn't have before and stuff him in there. And this one's a little awkward shaped, so we're going to get rid of that one. And I think we might be about finished. Oh look, a stick made its way in. Maybe this will be our last tree branch. Nice and full. Okay. All right. Now let's reposition these flowers once again. So I'm going to stick these in the center, nice and high so they're visible. And this is just kind of feeling my way around. Once again, I'm going to take my gold fern and stick that in the middle since I only have 2 of them. And I'm going to stick that a little bit higher than everything else to really make it pop so that you can see it. I'm tempted to split these hollies so that we can have them in more than one spot. So I'm just going to take my industrial kitchen scissor. And remember, these have wire in them, so you're going to want to use some kind of industrial scissor and really just use all your might. It might take you a few rounds to get it cut, but you'll eventually get it. All right, now instead of one individual piece of holly, we actually have 3 that we can place in there. And if you had real flowers, I mean, you could do the same thing with real flowers. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not the greatest at keeping plants alive. My thumb is not very green. Now I know that doesn't mean I can't learn, and hopefully someday I will, but just right now I haven't, and I blame that on the fact that I'm a city girl and I have only lived in a home for about 2.5 years. So all this gardening and floral stuff is kind of new to me. Now I'm learning. But luckily I have a husband who's very good at all that, so I kind of take care of the inside and he takes care of the outside. Now you do want to make sure that you are going to figure out what's going to face forward, because that's kind of where you want a lot of your pizzazz. I'm going to move a few of these branches over just a smidge so that some of this can show forward. And as I'm doing this, I might even trim a few of these because they're kind of getting in the way. And you can just kind of do this as you see fit. And then really from this point, it's just all about playing around with it until you get it to the point where you like it and you want to be done. Now once you do cut it and it's in the vase, you don't have it sealed with the glue. So you're going to want to be careful that you're not getting sap anywhere. And I think we're going to be done. I like this tall one much better. And look at that. All of our leftover wreath pieces are now being put to good use until next year. We have some real pine, well not pine, why do I keep calling it pine? We have some real Douglas fir pieces from our tree. So we do have that lifelike look of a floral arrangement, and we have the smell of a lifelike floral arrangement, but we won't have to worry about watering it. We won't have to worry about, you know, the flowers dying too soon, because it's all faux except for our greenery, and that's been sealed with glue. All right, let's go walk over to the mantle. Hopefully I can hold it together because, yeah, and now that I'm saying it, I'm probably not gonna hold it together, but we're all human here, right?
I lost my dad 2 years ago, one day after Christmas, and so Christmas has been kind of hard. He loved it, and we firmly believe that he waited until the day after so that he wouldn't go on his favorite holiday. It still makes it very difficult. And so those of you, I think if you've ever lost anyone, you know the holidays are especially hard. But they're extremely extra hard when the passing happened pretty much during the holiday or on the holiday. So if there's any of you out there that are feeling this grief, I'm with you. And we just have to keep them in our hearts and celebrate them. So anyway, one of the reasons I'm doing this is for my dad. I have my father's ashes with me at home. It makes me feel close to him, and he deserves to be celebrated every day. So this is my dad's Christmas bouquet, and we're gonna go put it by him on the mantle. It turned into such a sappy video. I really had no plans for this, but that's life, right?
Buddy, we're gonna put some flowers up for your grandpa. Are you ready? Yeah, pretty girl, you ready? All right, once again, here's our bouquet. It looks fantastic. Hi, Dad. Here's your Christmas bouquet. Hope you love it. And there you go. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And so all we have left to do is place a few pieces of the branches on the mantle and we'll be done. For this part, I'm just gonna gather some of these pieces. I'm gonna try and use some of the smaller ones. The big ones I think will just be too much. What do you guys think? So now we have our red jingle bells with our pieces of our Christmas tree. And it kind of makes a nice garland, so to speak, on our mantle. Let's look at this from afar. Thanks for joining me, guys, and happy Vlogmas Day 3, and we'll see you tomorrow for Day 4, the Christmas tree decoration. Bye!